got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
How y'all doing, baby? It is Sunday. It's time for a Blue Dot family meeting and the start of another exciting week we're going to have. Anyway, excuse me. Thank you. Want to thank Stephanie Dean for jumping in first, and I want to, evidently I made a mistake. If you're a member of Facebook and you go to my page, you're going to see I shared a story about Stephanie Dean's daughter, Kimberly Matterson, and she is an artist, and there was a group of ladies who put on their makeup, and it's quite surprising makeup too, and had their pictures taken, and I was supposed to copy the link, I guess, instead of just sharing the thing. Anyway, if you go to the comments in that post, you'll see a link. So press on that link, go there, and then give Kimberly a thumbs up, a like on her picture. It's a contest. She's running in it, and it depends on each individual picture how many likes they get. I'll try to correct that after a while. I just seen Stephanie's message. Anyway, Stephanie, thank you for being here. Jay's with her, so we appreciate that. The remixtress is here, as is Richard Phillips. Thank you, sir. And Charles Stokel. Adina Michaels here. Robin Lyons, thank you for being here. Raylene Allen. George Murray, my buddy, thank you for being here. Michael Johnson. Karen Van Wyk, thank you, darling, for being here. Hey, darling. Dennis Utenreiner, thank you for being here. Let me see. Jess Coggins is with us. Tina Marie Walker, thank you, baby. Our own Bernadette Pree, thank you for being here, baby. We always appreciate your voice. Mark Perkins, Rick Zachary, Alina Jars is here. Debbie Marie, Wendy Carmody, thank you. Mi amiga from Chicago, Teresa Rojas. Hola, my dear. How are you doing? Hope your day is fine. Hope the family's good. Indeed. Let me see. Mary Humphreys is here. Oh, let me see. The Feral Female Society and Lioness Linda Collins is with us. We have quite a family. Blue Dot Dusty, Iris Giselle. I hope you're still rocking that T-shirt, darling. Let me see. I better skip on down here and get on with the. Oh, don't do that. Anyway, Aaron Trombley's with us. Aaron Trombley, as y'all know, is running for town council up in Morrow, New York. So please, if you can, go by there and pop her a donation on that official Act Blue account. She needs the donations, baby. You're going to run for office. It requires money. So to all those who have donated to Aaron, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Anyway, what's going on? Well, a lot, I guess. This is going to be an exciting week coming up. There's a showdown, baby, over the finances here. The 1.2 trillion infrastructure bill, the 3.5 trillion human infrastructure bill. This is going to be a showdown, and everything's going to come to a head this week. So we're starting to see some movement, I hope. I don't normally do this, but occasionally I've told y'all that I do write, and I tend to think that I can write a little bit more eloquently than I speak. So I put out a post on my Facebook page, but not everybody has Facebook. So I thought I'd read it here to let you know where my mind is going and where it's been. because there's times, I don't have to read the first part. There's times when I sit around and I dig into the stories, the news stories, what's going on, trying to get that in my head, trying to get a coherent rant in my head so I can turn on that camera and not sound like an idiot, which is hard for me to do sometimes. But, you read things and your eyes get tired, you're sore, and you just want to take a break, and you lean back in your chair. And as many people start pondering the universe, I guess. Anyway, I sit back and I question so much, wondering why it is so hard to fix the obvious problems that face our society. Homelessness, poverty, a pandemic being so much worse than it had to be, and highlights the dire situation of our healthcare system is in. The current debate going on in the halls of Congress seems like Nero fiddling while Rome burned. On the other hand, we have never had a problem funding the defense industry, to keep us safe. Besides, war is good for business, baby. I wonder how safe homeless Americans feel sleeping in a tent. Someone once decided, Nixon, we should declare a war, no, that was drugs, a war on poverty. But funding to win that war was hard to come by, and poverty has increased in our society. We declared a war on drugs, there's Nixon, but it just ended up putting Americans in jail while drugs kept coming. Funding for police and incarceration increased, while funding for the treatment and support had to be fought for. I reckon the wars at home aren't as important as those fought on foreign ground. But yet we honor our veterans who have served in those wars, but allow so many, too many, to be among the homeless sleeping in those tents. Our government was formed to provide for the general welfare of its citizens amongst other responsibilities. It is indeed a very basics for a successful society. The infrastructure, both physical and human, being debated are for the general welfare of all of us, from the roads we drive on to the children we raise to lead the future. The old saying, you get what you pay for, comes to mind, and indeed it does. Congress is going to be debating these two bills. Nancy's supposed to bring it to the floor for a vote tomorrow. And as we spoke before, when we all of a sudden put out $1 billion for Israel's Iron Dome defense system over there at the whim of a drop of a hat, we seem to have so much trouble debating what we need in this country and how to fix it. We know what's wrong. Every one of us, it's not rocket scientists. Shit. We can all see the obvious problems in our society. I saw a story, Marcia showed it to me earlier, of this tiny home. Y'all seen them tiny homes? And this whole camp set up in a city for the homeless. There had to be some restrictions. You had to qualify to get in there. You're not going to go in there and act like a wino and piss all over everything. You ain't going to be in there. It was a way to give these people responsibility and to give them one of the most important things they need, an address. Without an address, you can't get a job. It's hard. Where's your mail going to go? Where's your, there's so much depends on where you live. An address. To vote, you need an address. We could do so much. And I'm just tired after 20 years of war. Pouring money, hand over fist, not to mention the lives we lost and those that suffer coming home. We could do better. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this week. I want to see the debate. I want to see who's going to stand up and do the right thing. And to me, the right thing is passing both of them. This is Joe Biden's agenda. And as much shit as he has taken, he is doing a fine job for all the crap that's been thrown at him. He's doing a good job, and these are good programs that we need to get done. So, anyway, that was my thought for the day. Anyway, Bernadette, how are you doing, darling? Hey, Bernie.
Hey, John.
How you doing, darling?
I'm fine. My Discord keeps going in and out. I lose
Oh,
you and then you're back, and so Discord.
yes, I do. Get a hammer. That's what I
But
suggest.
oh, dude, don't tempt me.
I know it. I know it. It's too easy. Just one
Don't
little
tempt me.
tap. So how's
Yeah.
Dominic?
Dominic is fine. We had a bit of excitement last night
Oh.
around our house.
Good excitement?
Yes. Well, Dominic came in and he's like, "Hey, Mimi, there's a big dark smoke coming
Oh, no,
from the east of us." And yes, John, that happened. I posted some pictures over in Discord, before and afters. But yeah, within 20 minutes we saw
I'm glad to hear the
Late.
after part.
flames coming over the hill towards us. And so my first thought was, okay, grab everything that's still packed from last year and put it back in the car.
Boy, howdy shit.
We have, and I want to say thank you to the local fire department dudes. These guys are amazing. And of course, I live like 5 miles away from Cal Fire.
Yeah.
And so they were on it. This happened yesterday evening
Boy,
as the sun was going down, and the fog came in. And thank you for the fog to the universe,
Boy, howdy.
because it truly helped. They held it back at 19 acres, and it probably came
Good for
within
Cal
2 miles.
Fire.
2 miles.
Kudos.
2.5 miles from my house.
Oh, no, that's too damn close, baby.
Yeah. So
That's too
I could
close.
see
I
it
bet that
coming
was
over the
scary.
hill. It was scary. It was frightening. Okay, and to try to keep an 11-year-old
Yeah.
calm down and doing what I asked him to do, was rather difficult because he wanted to get excited at times. But we managed, and thank you
Boy, howdy.
to everybody that was out there. And
Yes.
so one of my goals is before the end of the year, I'd like to make a nice donation to a couple of the fire departments around here.
They like it
volunteer.
when you stop by with cookies and stuff, too.
Yeah.
Cakes and stuff.
Yeah,
like
I know these guys. I've been there before. They know me. Like I said, I'm 5 miles away from them.
Well, good.
Every time I go to town, I have to pass them to and fro. And so I marvel at these guys because they're constantly running towards something that everybody else is
trying to get away from, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nowadays, with
And it made me realize I need to do a little bit more with my preps. 'Cause I was about to leave some shit behind last night, okay?
no.
Like, fuck it.
Get
I'm out.
the important stuff, but on the same token,
Yeah.
don't be wasting no time trying to get
Yeah,
stuff that
exactly.
can be replaced, baby. Your
Exactly.
life can't, and
Yep.
those are the
So.
important things to get out. But
Grab the cats. One cat said, "No, I'll take my chance with the fire." I'm
Oh,
like,
Lord.
"You're on your own, dude. I'm out of here."
yeah, I'm not going with you. Shit, I can run faster than you can.
No, he didn't like the last time he had to get in that cat carrier.
Oh, so
didn't
he
like
knew as soon as he saw the cat
Yeah.
carrier. Yeah,
Yeah,
get out
he's
of here
like,
with
"No."
that shit. I'm gonna have to sneak a few into a cage and haul them off to the cattery to get clipped.
Yeah, well, get them while they're young so they get used to that kind of thing. Because my cat is kind of feral, and he ain't having none of it.
Well, the one I got to get fixed is Vicky. Vicky's got to get fixed. It's all over
Yes.
with. All this, she was in season here for the last week and a half. Enough to make you want
Yeah.
to just kill all of them. Just kill them and tell God they died. I don't know what happened. God, look at her. They died. Get them out of here. You love them too
Just
much.
get her fixed.
I just got to
it'd be
get her
much
fixed
easier.
because the two little males,
So,
they're trying to kill each other.
Let me know. Let me know if you need some help with that.
Yeah, I will. Thank you, baby.
All right.
Well, thank you for being here. Johnny Fly, are you here? Are you with us, brother? All the way from
I am.
Pennsylvania,
Hello.
baby.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine. How's you?
I'm doing great. I wasn't expecting to be on the show tonight. I was just listening, and somehow I got selected.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, you never know when we might pop you in the room. You always have to be prepared,
Yeah.
buddy. Are you
what do
prepared?
you think?
Are you prepared?
Oh, I guess I'm prepared. I just go with the flow.
That's what you do.
That's right. And
what you
well, what do you think about what Trump doesn't like what those Arizona results were? Isn't that a shame?
Oh,
How and as a matter of
Did
fact,
we not
he's
enjoy
he's
that?
more of a loser.
did
Well,
we
he's more
not
of a loser
enjoy
now
that?
than he was before.
Yep.
I love it.
Yep.
He's really a loser now.
Yeah, he gained, what was it, 360 votes. Joe Biden went up 360, because they found 99 votes for, more votes for Biden. And then they found, I don't know what it was, 260 something.
But here's the thing, John
Yeah.
and Johnny Fly. Arizona has to buy all new voting machines because of these fuckers. And that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. And it's the Arizona
They can't use
taxpayers
those machines
that are
again.
going to. That's right. They have been declared decertified, and that will happen in Wisconsin, in Michigan, in Pennsylvania, and now your state too,
Texas. Yes, indeed. Don't leave us out of the bullshit. We're knee deep in it down here, baby.
Amazing. You guys are amazing. It's Texas or Florida. I can't decide which one.
Yep.
Hey, well, let me guess. Now, that's taxpayer money, right? It's like Donnie Trump did.
Yes, that's taxpayer money that has to be spent.
There you go.
And they're doing 4 counties here in Texas. They're gonna audit 4 counties.
And Johnny, aren't you in Pennsylvania?
Yeah, like East Central Pennsylvania.
Yeah, well, what your state is trying to do, man, that's unfucking believable. But then, we spent a whole lot of money re-electing our governor we already had elected.
No shit.
Jesus Christ. What's wrong with these people?
All that money on a mulligan. Give me a break. Anyway.
The attorney general's fighting them right now. So
up in Pennsylvania.
It's good to see them doing that.
Yep.
Yeah, because what they're
they
doing
want
is
from you guys is everything to commit voter and identification fraud. Everything you need to commit identification fraud. And you're just supposed to willingly hand over all this information to people you don't even fucking know who they gonna give it to.
It's cyber ninjas.
Yeah, no.
Cyber ninjas.
Yeah, no.
Jeremy, let's get you in the room here, brother. Are you with us?
Sure am, John.
How are you doing?
Good. I was just browsing CNN, not browsing. I guess watching in bed before I woke up, and
All right.
I see Herschel Walker. I had no idea. I'm not a football fan, so I didn't know who Herschel Walker was.
Oh,
but goddamn, what is it with all these crazy African American fellows who follow this man and think Trump's the next coming? Jesus Christ!
I saw that in the background. I don't know how many were there. 3 or 4 black men.
I'll tell you what it is.
What is it?
They have what they consider, not what Trump considers or any other, I don't know, wealthy white person. They have what they consider a little bit of money. And so they want to try to keep their money just like every other fucking Republican. And that's why they follow them. Yeah. That's why they
And
follow
Herschel
them.
Walker is a famous football player. Really famous. He does come with a little bit of baggage in the way of his dealings with domestic issues and women in general. Like he beats up
his girlfriends, John?
Yes.
Or his wives?
Or his wife.
Oh, okay.
Pick one. He's got some problems, But that doesn't matter to Donnie. Go ahead, Johnny Clay.
Well, did you see how? Well, I don't know if you watched what I believe it was Jeremy said about it, but actually Herschel Walker was kissing Trump's ass major time. Oh, I wish I was like you.
Well, of
Give
course.
me a fucking break.
Yeah. For Donnie to come see you, you got to be kissing his ass big time, or he wouldn't be there.
Well, he is big time.
Yeah. I hope the people of
Donnie would only see you if you had some money in your pocket.
There you go.
Well, even if I did, I wouldn't want to see him. I see enough of his ugly puss.
Donald Trump has always appealed to black athletes because he wants to own
them.
He wants to make money off of them, like other rich white men do.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why Donald Trump is interested in him.
Yeah, but the football, what was it? What was the football league he tried to get into? Long time ago, Donnie tried to. Yeah, they don't want his ass in there.
He tried to buy into the NFL, and they said no, and so he tried to buy into the AFC.
No, the AFC is a part of the NFL. It was an off, some other kind of football league they were trying to get started, and they had a few football teams.
He tried to buy basketball. This is why he did the boxing match on 9/11.
Yes, he wants to own
because he likes to own any athlete because
Thank
He
you,
thinks
Jones.
They will make them money.
It was Bill Jones came in. It was the USFL, United States Football League.
Yeah.
Indeed, that's what's. Thank you, Bill Jones. Yeah, that's what. And he, I think he tried to get a team in there, or possibly did for a little while or something. I don't know. I can't remember the story.
No, I don't think he ever did.
I don't think so.
What's funny, John?
But I know that he's tried.
You know, after I saw that news story on CNN, it's kind of like the universe spoke up and calmed me down, because I came across that picture of Mr. Rogers in 1969, when Black Americans were still prevented from swimming alongside whites in pools. Asked him on public TV to come in and cool his feet in the pool with him.
Yep.
And it was weird. It came up 2 seconds after I
was
saw
a courageous
Walker.
man indeed.
Yeah.
You know, people make fun of him, but he was a courageous man and a truly good-hearted individual. And yeah, I was, you know, my kids always watched Mr. Rogers. He's a good guy. You watched the movie, didn't you, Travis?
Where he became Mr. Rogers, he was going to be a priest.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, he was going to be a priest. And I think his brother was, or something, maybe.
It was something like that.
I still like the story of him covering up all his Navy SEAL tattoos myself. But, hey, please do.
Who would know?
Yeah.
Shit.
Talk about somebody who would totally be a Navy SEAL, Mr. Frickin' Rogers. Come
Yeah.
on.
Right?
That's right. Hey, does anybody know, you know, if you're familiar with the Navy SEAL emblem, has an eagle with a trident and a spear, I think, crossed. But it's the only,
you're right.
It's the only emblem in military service where the eagle has his head bowed, because then that means something to.
Didn't know that, John.
Yes. You don't brag about being a SEAL. You don't see a whole lot of people running around, and there's plenty of Navy SEAls, and they all are called by their rate. I was an aircraft electrician, and that's what I would always be. If you earned your Navy SEAL emblem, if you become a Navy SEAL, you will always be an aircraft electrician. But you won't be doing that anymore.
Right on.
You know. But anyway, yeah. It's.
I wonder what you get if you're
to be
in
humble.
Space Force.
You know, somebody mentioned, I think it was Sparky Dunk, said something about the Space Force uniforms, and I have not seen them yet.
Oh, John.
Yeah, I got to see them. I got to see
They
them.
look like Star Trek, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Yeah,
want
well,
to see them. I haven't seen them yet. Pull up.
Yeah.
Battlestar Galactica,
I'm gonna try to look it
maybe?
up.
Yeah. Let me get TW Travis in here. TW, how's Mork?
Oh, right now he's rubbing back and forth on me because he just got some good dinner.
Oh, there you go. He's all happy
He's
dog.
happy boy.
That's fine.
Good. Everything's well, I guess, in Colorado? Huh?
I had my Broncos won 26-0.
Oh, here we go with the football shit again.
Good day today.
Sports ball, as Travis calls it. Anyway, before we get on, let me catch up real quick, because I had a donation that came in at the very end of the last show we had on Friday, I guess it was, and it was from James Lieb, who came in with a $30 donation and said, I have an idea. Everybody write this on an 8.5 by 11-inch paper and put it in your rear car window. Tuck frump. Well, I have actually, somewhere around here, I have a bumper sticker that says exactly that. And I also have this one. And I need to put this one in my truck. Oh, wait, James. Thank you very much. And Jason Milton just came in with a $5 donation and said, John, with all the past things that have been going on in Florida, I'm starting to think that Florida is America's dick, with DeSantos as the head. What you think? Thank you for the donation, Jason. I appreciate it tremendously. That analogy has been made before. You know, it's just like kind of obvious thing, because it's kind of hanging down there, and everybody kind of, well, Just don't act like a dick and nobody will notice. But so many stories, with the Santos down there, or the
I know it's got a couple of dicks in it.
Yeah, anyway. Jason, thank you very much. Yes.
Hey, John, that guy, there's a guy named Bruno Amato who's running against the wannabe Speaker of the House on the Republican side.
Against Kevin McCarthy?
Yeah, Kevin McCarthy, yeah. So vote for him. I got an ad today on Facebook, so. Bruno Amato, he's a former Navy guy.
Well, former Navy guy.
And he says that, he said,
go Navy.
That, what the hell's the matter with my brain? The wannabe Speaker.
Oh, we could make a list, again? Johnny, but we won't
Kevin
go into
McCarthy.
that right now.
Kevin McCarthy, yeah.
Yeah, Kevin McCarthy is the current minority
Well, yeah,
leader. He wants to be Speaker, so I hope.
Well, he was supposed to. He made a promise to build some vet center out there. It's out in California. I don't know. Maybe Bernadette would know exactly what area. It starts with the. You know who I mean, I'm sure. It starts with the B, the town.
Down towards Bakersfield?
I'm not sure it's Bakersfield.
I have to look up where Kevin McCarthy is from.
Just look up Bruno Amato and it'll tell you. He's on Facebook, I know. But yeah, I hope they got to vote for Bruno because he's running against Kevin McCarthy.
I just learned a little something there before we came on the air. We just got back. I was doing our family taxi service. Anyway, we got back. Travis had to go downstairs, so we're right between that time of came in the door and starting the show. Marsha was watching 60 Minutes, and Leslie Stalls was interviewing Lynn Cheney. And they mentioned that part of the interview was said that Liz Cheney had picked up donations from Democrats. And wow, now Liz Cheney is nowhere near any kind of a Republican that we want. She is a staunch Republican. She's, but there is something else I learned about her. She changed her mind on a major subject, and Leslie Stahl asked her about it, and she came clean, and she said she made a mistake, and that was on the Marriage Equality Act. Liz Cheney was adamantly against it. Her sister, Liz Cheney's sister, is gay and is married, and her partner have children, and years ago, during previous campaigns and stuff, as a matter of fact, Dick Cheney came out for gay marriage before Liz Cheney did. Liz Cheney, not that long ago. And as she admitted on the show there just a few minutes ago, that she was wrong on that subject, and she is glad that she has rectified her view. And the view that we hold. Yeah, well, it's a view that we hold that everybody in this country is equal. Don't be coming up here with no asterisks on anybody's ass. I don't care if it's racial issues, religious issues, sexual issues, whatever issue you have, it's your issue, not their issue, so don't try to put a damn asterisk on their ass. And,
John, this is why I'm worried. This is why all the more we need to make sure the Republicans
well, you should be, Johnny. As a member of the gay community, that's infringing upon your constitutional right.
Well, yeah, what if I meet somebody I fall in love with and I want to marry them? I can't marry them because it's another man?
Slim and none, Johnny. But it could happen. Who knows? You don't know.
Well,
it could happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
You don't know. But you have a right to marry who you wish. You have a right in this country to love who you wish. And nobody can take that away from you. No law can come along and declare you illegal for anything or for your sexual preferences or who you are or any damn reason. You cannot legislate morality. Oh, they try.
Give it a shot.
They will indeed. They will try to do that. The marriage equality, and they'll try to overturn Roe v. Wade. And that's not all. There's a lot of shit on the agenda that, given the opportunity to get back in power, the Republicans will do now, especially with a 6-3 court. Yep. That's what's killing us.
They're trying to legislate others, period, regardless of, if you're not wealthy and white and old, then yeah, you don't matter. You don't count. You don't get a
Unless you
vote.
got
You
some
don't
big-
get
unless you got some big
rights,
donations
you
to
don't get
make.
anything.
Yeah, you're not
Exactly.
Well,
going to
I'm
get attention.
old. I'm older, but I'm certainly not rich. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, then you don't count. You're another.
That's the basic problem with most of us right here. We're not rich, so yeah, we feel like our voice doesn't count as much, but it does when we combine them. You know, that's the power that we have, is combining that voice, solidifying it, making it the voice that is heard. That's the power we hold. The money thing, Jesus, man.
The problem is that these people are so embedded in the money aspect of politics that they really don't give a shit who they walk on, so long as they stay in their money and stay in their power, the power to keep making that money.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that matters to these people. And if you think that you, being whoever you are in America, your representative, your congressperson, especially if they're Republican, cares about what the fuck is happening to you, just look how many people are dying of COVID still.
I saw a comment here, LaDonna Devenberg, I'm sorry. She said, a 6-3 Supreme Court scares me more than the bullshit in Texas. And it should.
Yeah.
Because the bullshit in Texas is going to be challenged by that. It's going to be challenged and taken to the Supreme Court. And then what do we end up with, a 6-3 court? You know, especially with the last few that went on the bench. You know, it's like,
and especially since you have a handmaiden's tale justice sitting on the court.
Yes. You know, I'm all for going to 13 on the court. I am. I'm all in on that.
Well,
shit.
you know what, John, though? Why don't that? Who is it? Is it Justice Breyer? That they want to retire. They wish he'd retire.
Yes.
Who is that?
Yeah, it's Breyer.
Justice Breyer.
And then along those same lines, even though it's not the Supreme Court, Grassley wants to run for an 8th term. Are you?
Grassley is running for another term. He's 88
we
now.
We need to have term limits. We need to have term because the 88 crew is running this fucking show, and these fuckers are old, and they need to get out of the way for younger progressive ideals to bring this country forward.
It's and it's sad that Grassley, really, in my book, it's sad that he decided to run again because the Congress needs to be regenerated. It needs you're fine. You've done a great job for the Republican Party for I don't know how many freaking decades, but it's time to go. Aren't you concerned that maybe a new Republican should come in and do something? We need term limits.
They're gonna have to prop them up with a plank or board or something.
It's hard. The hardest thing. It's hard to beat an incumbent congressman.
Yep.
Because the game is slanted towards the incumbent. It's easier for him to maintain the power than lose it. You have to have a serious challenger come along. And I'm still waiting here in District 27 in Texas to find out who's going to be running against Michael Cloud. Jesus, I know there's somebody in this district that has a little bit of integrity. There's got to be. This is a great place to live. We need good people in our as a representative, and Michael Cloud ain't it. He's the QAnon whack job, right wing nuts job society leader over there. We want him gone out of our district. He's an embarrassment to this district. He's an embarrassment to my state, and so is my governor. And my lieutenant governor, and my
lieutenant governor,
yes, everybody.
He is like that hook part of the toilet, the trap part of the toilet. Yeah, he's garbage.
Yes.
Yeah. Garbage. Anyway. Every time he opens his mouth, it's garbage. It's racist garbage that comes out of his mouth.
Yep.
And I'm sorry to say, but that's what I'm seeing in this country is nothing but it being the racist country that it's always fucking been.
We are still having to deal with. We struggle with that. Yes, fuck Trump. Did you say fuck Trump?
This shit, but he sure brought it out.
He gave that hatred fertilizer is what Trump did. He came by and
He just
cultivated it
basically
and brought
wants
it
to-
back out under their rock. Go ahead, TW. I'm sorry.
He just basically, if you don't work for him, or he doesn't marry you, or whatever, he just wants to either own you, and basically, hey, that's all it is. You know, that's his thing in life. He thinks that because he married you, he owns you, or he gave to your, you know, your
For him, he
your thing, you know, he owns you, and it's like he needs to be told, hey, you don't own shit, pal.
And the problem with Trump was that he thought that the whole entire government worked for him because he was president.
Yes. He's under the impression that the federal government was
He seemed to
completely
forgot
under
he
his
worked
control.
for the people of the United States.
What he tends to forget all the time since
He's
the
a
minute he walked in the
narcissist, so, you
door
know.
is we have
There it is.
co-equal parts of government. The part that we have to keep reminding them is co-equal. We have a legislative branch, a judicial branch, and an executive branch. Equal. So Congress, get your shit together, baby. And we are. We're going to see a whole lot more coming out of the January 6th Commission. I wish they would just start their hearings live on TV so the American people can hear it as it happens.
Well, I think that was in October 7th or
I hope.
something. Yeah, they're supposed to have the documents in, I believe, by the 7th. And what is it, a week later, they're supposed to have the hearings, they're supposed to show up.
Yeah.
Should we take breath as to whether they'll show up or not?
I think it's the 7th or something of October. They're supposed to have their paperwork
Well,
in.
they're supposed to have the
and,
papers in, right.
These
and then the
assholes are
13th
going
and
to
14th.
stall.
Or 14th and
They're
15th.
going to stall on what they think is an executive privilege,
Ain't getting it.
and that's all. They're not going to show up.
Well, that's
Well,
it. I remind you what I said. First, we're going to see the song and dance that they're going to put up to try to get out of coming and honoring that subpoena, and we are going to find out just exactly how much bite does a congressional subpoena have. I mean, if you
They didn't
cannot,
have any bite in the last 4 years.
it did not. So what we are faced with these issues that we have to address. This bullshit of trying to get out of a congressional subpoena. No. If you got a subpoena from your local court and you didn't show up, guess what? Law's going to come arrest your ass. That's what happens. That's how come we all go to jury duty when we get the notice. You don't want to get your ass arrested, they're going to haul you down there in front of the jury crowd and say, hey, this is the guy that didn't show up. Kind of embarrassing, you know?
Or if you don't want to
So-
show up, or if something came up, then you get permission from the court, right? I've done that so far because I had good reasons to, and they excused me. But if they don't excuse you and you don't show up, you're in trouble.
Martha Olivera says Steve Bannon is trying to claim executive privilege.
He has no executive.
He's never been an
privilege to claim.
executive. He doesn't.
He didn't work for the
He's
federal
a-
government.
He's knee deep in
He
this
worked
shit.
for Donald Trump. Oh, I know he's knee deep.
Oh, yeah.
Remember,
He's- as a matter of fact, I
that
suggest
fucker was
he's
looking at some
probably up to his
time,
chin in
and
this
at
shit.
the last minute, Trump pardoned his ass. Oh, he's knee deep in it. I told you a while ago, John. This was their playbook prior to the 2016 election. They didn't
Yeah.
have to pull it off then because they fucking won.
They won.
By surprise.
He was setting the stage in 2016 that it was going to be rigged. It's going to be rigged. I'm going to lose here, and it's
Yeah.
because they cheated and all that shit, but he won. So, God, that's a disgusting thought. He won.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, John. Maybe David or Jeremy wants to comment about this. too.
David, are you in the room?
Yes, sir.
How you doing,
Yes.
David? I'm sorry, that screen's off to my side. I did not see you come in.
No, I really only wanted to say one thing.
What?
Run, Aaron, run.
Run, Aaron, run. That is
Yeah.
Aaron Trombley. If you have not seen that at the beginning, here it is again. I love that artwork. I do. And it's black cats, which I have 18. The number varies every day. 15 to 18 cats that show up to eat. Anyway, anybody who loves cats or animals in general, indeed has a good heart. Anyway, that is indeed her Facebook. So go by there and visit her. You know, if you can't afford to donate, send her a message on Facebook. letting her know that you support her and back her in her attempt to do this. And we need to get her elected. And, of course, that is her official Act Blue account. So if you do have a little bit, please feel free to hit that button over there and help her out with
blue
this.
dot love.
Indeed. Send that blue dot
And
love.
if you need
Oh, I
some
got
cats,
enough.
contact John at 292.
That's BR549682. Anyway, David, how are things going, brother?
Not bad.
I
mean,
heard
we're
that.
finally getting into fall-ish weather.
Yeah, us too down here. I woke up again, second day in a row. It was 61 when I got up. That's dead of winter cold down here. But it was brisk and it felt good. But,
Well, I'll tell you what, John.
What?
I went up to Hawk Mountain today, and that's under a major migration route because they follow the ridge.
right?
Yep, we saw a lot of what do you call it? They're called accipiters, sharps and hawks. I mean, the migration's on, so you know fall is here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we get a lot of migratory birds down here, because they're trying to get out of the cold weather. So they come south.
Yeah.
That's why we call everybody that comes down here snowbirds. Getting out of that snow, coming down here and visiting the warm temperatures of the Texas, what do they call it? Riviera, Texas Riviera. Anyway, that's where I live. That's what they call it.
That last episode you had with the cold wasn't so warm though. God.
No. We don't get along with cold down here at all, but I have a feeling we're going to have to adapt. Anyway, let me catch up real quick. I want to thank Ben Stroud, who came in with a $5 donation and said it's time for the gloves to come off and for us to get mean and tough with the grifter offensive parasite repubs and kick them down like they do us. Amen, brother. Amen. I say praise it. Yes, Ben. Get down. It's time to take the gloves off. It's time to get down and nasty with them. I am. I'm ready to kick some ass, take names.
Right.
Ain't that what Mo Brooks said, ain't it? That time to take down names and kick ass. Your ass is on the list there, Mo. And Karen Van Wyck, who came in with $5 and said, Trump and the GOP are more full of shit than my toilet. Well, they're full of shit. I don't know about your toilet, but I know they're full of shit. I bet you take a whole... Wait, my thing working. Where's my... Oh, there it is. There's a whole lot less shit in your toilet, darling, and a whole lot cleaner than anything the Republican Party, because the Republican Party are a bunch of...
You are pukes. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human fucking beings.
That's it.
You are nothing but unorganized, grabastic pieces of amphibian shit.
That's what Republicans are in my book nowadays. That's what they've made themselves. That's what they've
And you
made
know what?
themselves.
And you know when they're going to change, John?
What, Dave? When they going to change?
You got a sound effect for
And
that too?
don't come back until you've redeemed yourselves.
Now go. Because if any one of them had a
If
brain...
your brain was donated to science, science would return it.
return it. They wouldn't want your brain in there. Because they're basically...
You, simply put, are a short-sighted, utterly useless, oxygen-wasting human form of pollution. A Darwin Award-deserving, selfish coward.
So they should all...
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch.
This is the entertainment section of the show.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Just highlight your day.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up.
Hey, Kevin McCarthy.
Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
Oh, Donnie had his thing last night in Georgia. He had his little rally last night, hinting that he was going to run again.
I hope he loses.
He's got to keep his trusty minions believing that he's going to run again.
Yeah.
So that he can continue to take money out of their accounts.
Mm-hmm. What is it Mike Lindell said now? He'll be a nerd by Thanksgiving. Yeah, you're full of shit, too.
He's got some serious mental issues. I swear he does.
He made a big issue last night of the fact that if you told him, well, if y'all notice, There was no concession speech. Yeah, really? Does it make a shit whether you give one or not? Not really. Just speaks to the...
Okay, so what? He doesn't believe what the cyber ninjas did, and all that bullshit.
He said that they proved that he won.
He lost.
That's the statement in his last night that he said.
That's what he said. That's how delusional he is.
I was quite shocked to see how quick. Well, I guess I'm not shocked to see how quickly Abbott folded to the fact that now Texas is going to have an audit, but not everywhere in Texas. Not everywhere in Texas.
No.
And there's something strange about those.
They want to.
Counts that I can't quite put my finger on. Something about the color.
That's
right. They're blue.
Has some. They want to audit Harris County.
He won Texas.
He won Texas. That's the everybody said, well, how come he wants to audit? Because it's not about the winning and losing. He lost in Arizona. We proved he lost in it. Hell, the cyber ninjas proved he lost in Arizona. It's not about that. It's about convincing the little maggots that the vote is the integrity of the vote is challenged. It's illegal. They're cheating all over the place. You can't trust the vote. Every time the Democrats win, we're gonna, it's a bunch of bullshit to keep that lie and perpetuate that because it's gonna make a big difference.
John? You know what, John?
What?
The more he keeps throwing that shit, the more it's gonna stick, and that's why he's doing it.
Yes.
It's either he's got some serious mental issues because. How many more states do we have to recount to prove that he lost? He doesn't give a shit.
It's been all the way to the Supreme Court. It's not about that.
Yeah. He would like to recount them all.
Yeah.
He would like to recount them all.
Oh, yeah, he would.
Mike Lindell even went and talked to the Alabama whatever. And then he came out and said, oh, see, they found like 100,000 blah, blah, blahs, and they found 100 votes that weren't counted. And those guys came out and said,
my thing's working.
We didn't find anything of the sort. We don't know where he got that. We don't know where he's proven he's gotten that. So he's full of crap. I mean, it's like,
it's beyond ridiculous anymore.
What they need to do with Trump is they need to take Trump, Mike Lindell, and Kevin McCarthy and Bannon and all these little mother effers, I'm sorry, but they need to take them, put them in straitjackets, put them away in a little insane asylum, and forget their ass.
Yeah, that's what, some solutions are obvious. It's just hard to implement and get that done, but do some of them deserve it?
Yeah, take care of it.
Yeah. Let me catch this in because it's topical and we have to get it within time limit here. Because Nita Parker came in and donated $5 just to let me know. She said, please don't say the phrase, why isn't my thing working? My thing is working fine now. I got my thing fixed. I was having a little trouble with my thing, but then...
Well, John, we wouldn't want anybody to worry that the thing is not working.
No, my thing is working fine, and we just had a little malfunction there. But Nita, thank you for hearing that particular phrase out all every bullshit that comes out of my mouth. Thank you for paying attention, John. Baby. Huh?
I'm glad it's working, John.
I indeed. I try to keep all parts working as long as I can. And when it quits working, we throw it away and we get another one. See?
Get a new thing.
You get a new thing. That's it. I've had one thing for 44 years. Keeps working too. And I hope she lets me stay tomorrow, too. That's a really good thing, indeed. Indeed. Oh, my goodness. Jeremy, what in the hell's going on in your neck of the woods, anyway?
Well, it's fall. Seeing more leaves change, but not too much, I guess. I mean, temperatures finally regulating back to what they normally are, so we're not sweating our asses off.
Oh, there you go. Yes. There you go. That's always better.
Nothing too exciting other than seeing that Herschel Walker guy. Like I said, never seen him before, but as soon as I saw him, I'm like, what the hell's going on with these people?
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Yeah. Well, he's going to get a certain amount of the vote just because of his name recognition.
You also have to remember that Herschel Walker was a football player, and he probably has that CTE thing happening in his brain, and so he's not all there. I know that Kanye West ain't all there, and he's
had his bell rung a few times.
Over fuck Trump,
What did you say, fuck Trump?
It is a...
All right,
I did say fuck Trump because that's what his name is.
Right here on the show. I'm just saying.
It's a family show. Jesus.
I know it. And then she came along and said fuck Trump.
Okay. And
that's our
this
motto
one's
for the
for all my kids. Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump. It's always going to be that. For as long as I have a voice in my mouth, it's always going to be fuck Trump. And it's always going to be accredited to Bernadette.
Yes. That should be all when he goes to jail, you're going to have to change it. It's going to be Trump, you're fucked.
I seem to remember on Friday night it was a free fuck Trump night on Robin show because she had a miracle when you were there.
Yes. As a matter of fact, Robin and I stood up. I sure did. I was sitting right here, and when that was a rather nice donation that somebody came in and provided Robin with a Friday miracle on the front porch, and really came through big time, and both Robin and I stood up and said, fuck Trump at the same time. No, I'm sorry. It wasn't fuck Trump. It was fuck Joe Manchin. And we said it together.
Fuck Joe Manchin.
Fuck Joe Manchin.
Yeah. Fuck Joe Manchin.
Fuck pumpkin tits too. I had a great time on Robin's show the other night. Oh, and I have fun anytime I go over there on her show. You know.
I just can't believe some of these people keep running. It's like, it's just, come on, get some new blood in there. It's just ridiculous.
Chuck Grassley. He ain't never going to give it up. Or you shouldn't.
I mean, come on.
Forever.
No, like Johnny Boy said, you're going to have to put him up and put a board through his suit just to hold him up.
Yeah. Why quit when there's,
Might as well just,
it's one of the cushiest jobs in America being a congressman. Are you shitting me?
I mean, they don't say anything.
They don't have to do squat.
Yeah, they don't say anything, so they might as well just be propped up and just sit there with their hand up.
But here's the problem, TW. What they do, because I read an article in the last couple of days talking about the 8 Congress people who have insider trading, making money off of insider trading knowledge.
Yeah, that's just bullshit.
Because they are in Congress, and this is one of the reasons that they stay in Congress is because they are making money. This is why they voted Trump's taxes in last year.
The remixters just came in with a couple of fun facts, so let's put them out there. During the 2016 campaign, Donald Trump promised to eliminate the national debt in 8 years. She came back with another sad fact. In just 4 years, Trump and the Republican Party added $8.3 trillion to the national debt, of which Republicans right now are refusing to pay. They don't want to debt. They don't want to pay, but don't know how to increase it.
Bet your sweet bippy that Trump's got a whole lot of bills in that national debt being paid directly to his ass.
His ass and his cohorts. Yes. And we're still paying him. The man robbed us blind. You can't say he had accomplices and he couldn't have done it by himself. It's the Republican Party. Because of and the one thing I can take, I'm old.
And he has taught them how to do it well.
I'm old and I've lived through enough of these damn presidents and remembered them, because hindsight is always 20/20. When you look back at your life, when you're finally starting to get your shit together in life, and you look back and you go, hey, wait a minute. When Reagan came in, blah, 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 and then Bush came in, it's not hard to see when Republicans are in the House, they rob the bank blind, run it up the credit card, and then walk out the door talking about fiscal responsibility and how we have to control the debt.
No problem raising the debt ceiling.
What's that?
Well, John.
Hold on, let Bernadette go.
Go ahead, Bernadette.
And they have no problems raising the debt ceiling when they're in office. None whatsoever.
Because they're spending the money, baby. They want to raise it all over the place. Now?
We have to get the word out there.
Well, you know
and remind
what?
people over and over again, with the Republicans, it is not about money. Well, it is about money. It's about seizing power.
It is about
and please see where the CPAC meeting is going. See where Mike Pence just visited by the way, it's Budapest, where Tucker Carlson visited over there.
Yes.
In an autocratic, fascist government.
And
they
promoted
support and like because of their values, and they're promoting it. And they want the same for us.
Yeah. I don't want that. I don't want an authoritarian dictator, an autocratic society. I don't want oligarchs in my society.
You know what? McConnell's duty to make the Biden administration fail.
Yes.
That is what he set out to do.
That is their mantra ever since Mitch McConnell has been in the leader of the Senate. Whenever he was in it, he did it to Obama. Our job is to make him a one-term president. Yeah, kiss off. How'd that work out? The obstruction and delay.
Because he can't find his way to the Senate floor.
You know, that's what I meant when I wrote what I did last night. This debate, it really does. It's, you know, where we're discussing the infrastructure and the human infrastructure bill, the Build Back Better plan. It really does feel we're fiddling while Rome burns. It's the debate. It's we're going to talk about it. This was actually solidified months ago when the deal was made, and actually the $3.5 trillion is cut down from the $6 trillion that the progressives actually wanted. So we have already backed off over $3 trillion.
And these idiots, like you said, John, these idiots think that, that's going to be paid right now. No, that's
stretched over 10 years, and it is paid for. Unlike what the Republicans do, who just, put it on the Diner Express card there.
The Republicans do not care how it's paid for. They honestly don't even care about the price tag. It is simply about positioning themselves to seize power in 2022.
They are trying
to. And we have to get to the point where anytime they say anything that does not serve the majority of the American people, that we denounce them. We point out to them, you're not doing your job. Ergo, you need to be fired.
Well, this is what I always say, John, as like, I really believe that what the Republicans in Congress are doing now, they have a plan and a strategy. They want to make Joe Biden look so dumb and out of control that they'll get on the scene when it's campaign time and say, well, look what Biden did. He couldn't even control the border. I heard that today.
They you know, and
one of the people
they're already doing that.
Yeah, they're already doing that.
Look at what that man has had thrown at him since he hasn't even been there a year. He's already handled more crisis than Donnie Boy did the whole freaking time he's in there, just about.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, Lone Wolf says somebody better make damn sure he gets his VA disability check from this Friday. You're going to get it this Friday. The question is he going to get the next month's?
Well, see, that's the same thing with Social Security now too. They're saying that we might not get it.
I am, you know, we've been down this road before. We have been down them shutting down the government and the whole discussion over what happens to, VA disability payments or Social Security payments and stuff. We've been down this crisis before. It's deja vu. I do believe you will not. There won't be any one of us miss a Social Security check or a disability payment. I don't believe. To do that, the Republican Party would just really be stupid.
I think
beyond
they'd be
belief.
stabbing themselves in the
Because
foot.
I don't think they care, John.
Well,
I don't think they care because they'll turn around and they'll just blame it on Biden.
They can blame it on Biden, but the story is going to be that the Democrats want in drilling that into the public's mind that this is not a spending bill. This is money, most of which the Republicans spent during the last administration, and we have to pay the bill.
I know.
That's all it is.
I know.
But they're trying to sell it as, well, look here, the liberals want to spend all your money and we're not going to do it. No.
Yep.
It's a lying piece of sack of shit the same way their president is. But I say I don't think anybody's going to miss a check. How far the Republicans are willing to take this, we're in new territory nowadays because we never thought in the 4 years that asshole was in office that things would go the way they did and just how bad they would get. And now, in hindsight, we're seeing all these books come out about how bad the final days were. You know, and now, and we're looking at the fact that he ain't going away. He wants to come back.
I mean, you hear all that stuff, and you think the American people, they're not going to vote for his ass. I mean, there might be a few.
We saw it. We saw it. We saw how bad the final days was.
Yeah.
Look what happened on January 6th. That fucker was outside egging these fuckers on and promised them he would walk down there with them. And then his ass went into the White House.
He's a lying sack of shit. That's what they need to start learning.
They don't care about that. They don't care about him being a lying sack of shit.
No, they accepted that.
I know I heard this.
That he's a cheating husband or a fucking
pussy grabber, whatever it is that he does. It's okay. It's okay. We forgive him for all that because.
You know, they don't realize, too, though. You know, the funny thing is Biden had a lot thrown at him, and he's having a hell of a time trying to get things to act normally. And people don't realize this, too. Obama had the same thing thrown at him where, oh, my God, we were almost in, you know, people were losing their homes. People were losing their cars. We're almost in that
Obama inherited fucking recession.
From the Republicans before him.
Out of it.
Yes.
And it was hard as fuck because the Republicans didn't give him an inch.
The Republicans fought that.
And they're not going to give Biden an inch.
No, because their objective is to create pain and suffering in this country. Because as long as there's pain and suffering in this country, they can stand up and go, "We'll save you." No.
Yeah.
They're the ones causing it.
I would hope that the Republican Party, I should say the American people, should see what the Republican Party is up to. Anybody with a common sense in their head is going to know, don't blame Joe Biden. It's not his fault. It's these assholes.
Well, there you go, Johnny Fly. You threw those words in there. Anybody with common sense.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Look, we're dealing with a significant population that does not have that.
70 million people that still don't want to take a vaccine because they believe Bill Gates has some little nanotechnology in it. Come on. You're talking common sense? We're not dealing with common sense anymore.
We have to put things in perspective. Yeah, you know, when you keep seeing this poll up there, and they throw it up there all the time on TV, doesn't matter what station you're on, 78% of Republicans don't believe Biden was the true elected president.
Yeah.
78%.
No matter how many recounts we have.
27%. That is what I want y'all to remember. The people who identify now, in a recent poll, who identify as Republican is 27% of our population identify themselves as Republican. Ain't too many people wanting to be all proud about being a Republican nowadays. They're kind of turned into dicks, you know? And nobody wants to be associated with that kind of shit, so they call themselves independent or something.
They've been dicks all along.
When you see that poll, 78%, it's 78% of 27% of the population. It's a smaller number, and yes, to the point of, is he going to get reelected? No. This country would not allow that orange piece of crap in our house again. You talk about an uprising, oh, hell. Because we know he's never going to get voted in. There's not that many stupid people in our country. We like to think, but like we keep reminding you, we try to keep up with idiot-proof things, and they keep coming up with better idiots. So,
John, I don't know how it's going to go in your state, but we just heard our governor and that come out today, and they were talking about the vaccinations and this and that. And he said, basically, he's put it up front. And he said, anybody that is in the community of being a doctor, a nurse, whatever, he said, you guys are going to be losing your jobs here in the next 2 weeks because you guys need to be vaccinated. We need to get this under control. We need to do this. And they're like, now they're all worried, like, what are you going to do if, we start laying all these people up? And the mayor came in from Denver and said, don't worry, we've got it under control. We already have vaccinated medical teams that are going to go in and help this problem.
Boy, howdy. The remixers came in with another comment. She's on a roll tonight. To every man complaining that they are being forced to be vaccinated, imagine being forced to have a baby.
I say be forced to have a vasectomy. There you go.
That's a little poke down here to Texas. Imagine you don't want to get vaccinated because it's your body, but yet you want to force a woman to have a baby after 6 weeks that you don't even know she's pregnant. There's so much that is going to come to the court, and that's what worries.
Well, there's so much hypocrisy, John, isn't there?
There is so much. There is a lack of integrity within our system. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The way that I was brought up is to take pride in your country, believe that every person in this country should be treated equally and be given opportunity and should be lifted up at any time possible, that we help the society itself. But we can't get there. And the only thing I keep going in my head is, well, we need a Mr. Smith goes to Washington. We need politicians who are honest, for one thing, honest. And that is hard to come by because once a person gets in there, the corruption is so massive that how can you blame these people for going to the dark side when they're dashing them with money out the wazoo? You know, they've made a good life for their family, and now they're a congressman, and now they get all the perks and go all the places. But it's costing this country.
We have
John,
the Citizens United and the Supreme Court to thank for that.
Yes. Citizens United and the Supreme Court.
And this may be a thing. You know what? Okay, I understand these people, they don't want to get vaccinated and this and that. What if the Republican Party came out, if they got in, and they came out tomorrow and said, every man of the age of 25 will have a vasectomy, and every woman will have a hysterectomy. You're going to see royally people get pissed.
Yeah, you'd see more than that. You'd see more.
You know what you'll say? Oh,
I'm sorry, but that's the thing, and that's basically. That's kind of how I think these people think. It's like, well, yeah, but it's but they're explaining it every time. They're explaining it every time. Just a second, Bernadette. Just a second. They're explaining it every time.
Let's not forget. And I don't know if you guys can hear me or not because it keeps going in and out.
No, we hear you. I hear you. I hear you. Bernadette.
No, she's out.
Okay, now she's well. TW, finish your thought, TW.
Okay, the thing. Okay, you know they think, well, I'm an American, now I can do what I want to do.
Yes,
that's fine.
Okay,
that's fine. But you know what? When they come at you and say you're going to do this or blah blah blah, they're not doing this. You know, that's what they're trying to explain with the vaccine. They're saying, hey, if you get the vaccine, we can be a normal society. We can be out with our friends.
Yes.
We can do all these things that we want to do.
That's not enough for them. That's not enough for them.
What if they said one day, like I said, what if they said one day, well, you know what, we think the population is just way too ridiculous. You all need to have a vasectomy and you all need to have a hysterectomy.
Yeah.
Oh, I guarantee that these people would go ballistic ape shit.
Well, sure they would.
And it's like,
you're infringing upon their right to make it pokey.
We're not trying to infringe on your rights. All we're trying to do as a society is to give back to a norm where we can actually go out and see our friends and see our loved ones and see these people that we care
just
about.
Want this vaccine to be treated like every other vaccine. This is not a special vaccine. This is not a
John,
yeah, go ahead, Bernadette.
My sound keeps going in and out, so I can't never tell when I'm on air or not.
You're there.
Anyway, all I wanted to say is that at the beginning of this, way back when, into December 2019, and throughout the rest of time, we have had the fucking president of this country sitting up here and calling this virus a hoax. And that's what infiltrated the minds of these idiots running around hollering, I don't want to take a vaccine now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, we can lay this.
We can't forget that.
We can
lay
this whole
of that thing that he set up before he left office, to have people follow his every fucking word.
Yep.
Every fucking Republican in office, I don't give a shit if it's county office to the presidency, to the House, to the Congress, whatever. They all have been vaccinated. And if they're in office and they get COVID, they're going to get the best of health care.
Yep.
You, me, and the rest of them idiots running around and hollering they don't want, they ain't going to get that shit.
No,
and people are dying. And a lot of people died because of Trump running around calling this shit a fucking hoax.
We can lay all of it right at Donnie's feet. All of this shit.
And I think he needs to actually be prosecuted for all of these deaths.
You think?
I agree.
Diana Mallory came in with $5 and said, end Citizens United, put limits on campaign contributions, term limits need to happen. Simple things. How come we can all sit out here and realize what we can sit here and solve the world's problems right here on this show?
Idiots in the fucking
How come they can't?
Senate that will vote anything that the Democrats come up with. Those two idiots, and we all know their name.
Fuck Joe Manchin and fuck Christine Sinema. Yeah, both of them.
Those two idiots prevent a whole lot of things from happening with the Democrats in Congress right now.
And there's so much that is blocking. The biggest of which is if we could get rid of the filibuster, and all it would take would be for those two senators to vote to do away with the filibuster.
Something I am really fucking pissed about, and perhaps I should write it down like you did. But if we take notice of what has not been passing lately, the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, the George Floyd Police and Reform Act, voter registration and voter ID bullshit going on all over this country. And then we'll talk about the people that were removed down underneath that bridge down in Texas, the Haitians. It is an assault on colored people in this country.
It was a disgrace the way that was done. You know,
and humanity.
Fucking white men up there in Congress are trying to hold on to power for as long as they can, because they know the demographics of this country
are
is changing.
Yes. And if they can't bring themselves to realize that, and that's how come you have people like Steve Bannon and Stephen Miller, you know, those kind of people who rise to, you know, especially Steve Bannon. You know, he's doing it on a world scale.
He's always been in the background, whispering in this fucker's ear, and if he ain't in one ear, Miller is in the other, and both of them are racist fuckheads.
Racist pricks. It is only by our voice and our deed that all goes away. Hey, Randy Peterson, I got a message from you. I'm sorry I got it so late, though. Anyway, it is so important. That's, you know, Trump came out, and like I said, he gave fertilizer to the racist assholes that hid in their garages, that whispered their shit because they were afraid to be pointed out as racist assholes. Donnie comes along, gives them fertilizer, gives them permission to go do everything they can. And they came out of the woodwork, and they showed themselves. It is only us as citizens in our own, you know, there's no doubt. You all know my neighbors down the street got a rebel sign, a rebel flag out, and he knows exactly how I feel about that. That is what I mean. Do not. What is the saying? Bad things happen when good people do nothing.
Do nothing.
Oh,
you can't do that in your life. You got to be able to stand up and do the right thing.
Though I know that they're got to be losing something, because I heard the other thing the other day. They had Biden talking about something, and they said, now don't listen to him because he's going to come take your guns. And it's like, this Republican stood up and he goes, this public Republican stood up and he goes, I'm sorry to say this. I'm an ex-Republican, now Democrat. He says, Democrats don't want your guns, but the Republicans do, because the Republicans want to own this country.
If ever there will be an assault on the First Amendment, the Second Amendment right to own guns, it will be by the Republicans. And oh, by the way, speaking of that, you have to remember it was not that long ago. It was Justice Scalia on the Supreme Court. It was, I can't remember the year, but not that far back, within 20 years, say. I can't remember. Somebody could look it up. That the Supreme Court ruled that the Second Amendment applied to an individual's right to own guns. Before Scalia interpreted it in that, in the court went along with it. Before that time, and somebody, like I said, could look it up, when Scalia in the Supreme Court ruled that the Second Amendment gave individual right to own a gun. Before that, it was not an individual right. So this is recent history that things have changed, and you see the result of that decision by the court, and which again put out there that everybody has a right to own a gun. Gun sales have blossomed, baby, gone off the roof, and now you throw in people like down here in Texas, like constitutional carry. It's not only the fact that they changed the law down here in Texas, baby. They were advertising that shit. Advertising on TV. We're going to come up with this. We got that on September 1st. You don't have to get a gun permit. Carry your weapon anywhere you want. By doing that, hold on, TW. By doing that, they actually encouraged people who would not have normally thought, I should carry a gun. Wasn't even in their freaking head. But when you start seeing advertisements on TV all the time, carry a gun anywhere you want. Hey, you can carry a gun. Hey, you want to go somewhere and carry a gun? People go, hey, maybe I ought to get a gun. I can carry a gun now. See what I mean? It's a campaign. It's not just the law. It's a campaign to sell more fucking guns.
Well, the only reason they do that, too, is because they're worried, because they know they're losing. They know, they always come up with it out of their ass all the time. This is going to happen. No, it's not going to happen, because, I'm sorry, I've never seen anybody ever do that except,
I guarantee if it ever happens, it'll be the fucking Republicans, because they'll scare the shit out of them and then use that as a justification to go by and, we're afraid of armed insurrection.
First thing out of their mouth is going to be, we're going to have to confiscate your gun. And then people are going to go, why? And they're going to go,
the Republicans can come back and say, because it's your patriotic duty to do so. Yeah.
Yeah. Some lie.
Some they'll make up some bullshit.
I wish I'd taken a picture of it yesterday, but when I was up north near the Canadian border at our camp, on the way back, we probably passed a wide variety of flags, all the fun ones. We saw them all. And someone on their house
don't tread on me.
Yeah, no. We saw a lot of, fuck Biden with Trump signs, and then, of course, the devil's rag was there, too, on a lot of the fucking houses with about 1 million American flags. And you know the story, John.
Put a lot of American flags out there so you can convince somebody that you're a patriot while you hold up the Confederate flag, which were traitors to the United States.
The sign I wish I'd taken a picture of, I couldn't because I was driving and I had 4 people with me, was about, I swear to God, it was a story and a half tall. It was red, and it said Trump, and you could see the Trump as you're getting near to pass it. But as you went by, you looked at the bottom, it says, sucks. It was
Trump
awesome.
Sucks.
The best thing that's all day long for signs.
Oh, Lord. We're right now, the big thing that we're watching down here, and Travis scared me yesterday when I was on my way into town. Travis told me there's some activity around the foundation of the big cross. I went, oh, really? Because there's a big sign there, a little chapel there. There's the foundation, the concrete has been poured for a long time now. It is supposed to be the largest cross in the United States. It's supposed to go up on our highway out here as you come into Corpus Christi. Corpus Christi, body of Christ. Hey, go figure.
Are we going to crucify Trump?
I guess. We're going to crucify somebody. Going to have a big old cross. Going to have to find a Jolly Green Giant for this one, though.
Have to. Well, you don't have a big cross to
I'm
hold.
not looking forward to this. You're supposed to be able to see it for miles and miles away before you come into Corpus, and you have your religion, right? It's fine. Really?
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to face any problems with that.
Is it big enough? Because somebody could come along and build a bigger one, and yours wouldn't be squat then.
I've always wondered something, John.
What?
If Jesus did come back, do you think the first thing he'd want to see is a cross?
I don't think so. He'd probably come back and say, "What the hell are you doing? Get that damn thing out here! Y'all forget you nailed me to this shit. What do you want to do?" Really? No, that's so
coming
simple.
back up on it. He doesn't look like us.
Oh man,
that would be a very unpleasant experience.
There's ways, though. There's ways. A lot of them, they don't.
Maybe he would have too much PTSD and just say fuck it.
If Jesus came back today, the Republican Party would crucify him. We'd call him a socialist. He would be a socialist libtard. Because you show me in the Bible where all this bullshit that the Republicans spout all the time. You show me where that is in there. It's not. It's hatred built into it.
If he does come back, he doesn't start in Texas.
Yeah. No. Don't start here. No, we know where he's coming back. He's got to come back over that spot over in Israel. And the amount of whatever.
Medical.
Yeah, that's the place. So, yeah. I ain't nowhere near there. The part I worry about is their bloodlust sport. The blood will flow to the bridle of the horse. Really? Really? You want it that bloody? Damn, you're all disgusting shits. I'm telling you. Anyway, Catman56 came in with $5 and said when America voted for a black man, Obama, President of the United States, we pissed off rich plantation owners. Ilk. History has shown the plantation owners will fight to put down the slaves. In 2021, that's us, the American middle class. Indeed, Catman. Well said, my friend. Well said, my friend. Thank you very much. And Diana Mallory, bequeather of the Gong and Secret Squirrels, came in with $5 and said, 2008, course of Second Amendment jurisprudence by creating what he said was a protectable liberty interest in the possession of firearms. Thank you very much, Diana Mallory. Recent history. Up until 2008, it wasn't your guaranteed constitutional right to own a weapon. No, baby. Until Scalia in the court changed it and recognized it as an individual right. So things changed within our court. And now with a 6-3 court, baby, you're going to have to watch so many things when it comes to this court. Because they want to roll it back, baby. They want to roll it back. Anyway.
Yeah, it was the court that said that the woman had a right to choose.
Yes, it was.
She could have an abortion.
They want to roll that back.
But,
as far as the Second Amendment, I always reiterate the fact that it starts with the words, a well-regulated militia. A well-regulated militia. Well-regulated. I like those two words in the Second Amendment.
So do I need a well-regulated militia to go and have an abortion?
It may take that. I saw a story. The abortion clinic in Oklahoma has a lot of business coming their way because of Texas new law.
Yes, and bravo to Dr. Baird,
yes,
who
stood
put
up,
himself out there to take this shit on the court, and let's just go ahead and settle this shit. And I think it's going to backfire on the Republicans. Y'all keep trying to
the first two lawsuits.
To tell women what they can and cannot do with their bodies. Okay.
The first two lawsuits, if I'm not mistaken, if my memory serves me right, and it usually does not. So pick any two states and put them in there. I think it was South Dakota and Arkansas.
It's Arkansas and
the first two lawsuits.
I want to say Illinois.
Maybe. Yeah. You're probably right.
The guy in Arkansas, I just read about it again today. The guy in Arkansas is in state prison. Looney is a fucking.
That's right. I saw that part. He's in prison.
And the one in Illinois said he brought it so that the SB8 can be declared unconstitutional.
Unconstitutional. It's going to go to court. So the first 2 lawsuits were filed from people outside of Texas. And remember us talking about this when they passed that, and I reiterated the fact that it wasn't just Texans, it's anybody across the United States. He's not only
that's how I read it.
Yeah. Yes, he didn't just deputize people in Texas. Hell, he deputized the whole freaking country, baby.
The whole fucking country.
And I like what Lisa Alexander, who just came in.
The guy in the Arkansas State Prison said, well, if anybody should be able to claim the money, I should get it.
Randy Peterson just wrote in the chat, the guy in Arkansas lived 15 miles from me. What the fuck? What the fuck? And Lisa Alexander came in with a $5 donation just to remind us. She said, fuck Trump. It just needs to be said. Indeed it does, and it needs to be said often. And
thank you, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa, very much.
I thought we would have been over this nightmare by now, John.
I almost said my thing's working. I just can't find it. And I was thinking, no. That would be.
Hey, John.
Nita would just. Huh?
I was hoping by now we would have been over this orange-haired nightmare. He won't go away. So. He's like a.
It's more proper to say I have to shake my thing, Nita, to find it. That's what I have to shake it, and it gets bigger. That don't sound good either. And stop talking about the mouse.
Trump has raised more money since he's been out of office. It's hundreds of millions of dollars since he's been out of office.
Yeah.
Whose money is it that he's spending, though? Not his.
Well, not his.
Money. Ain't his.
It seems to me that there would be some, I don't know, campaign finance regulations that's being violated here, but that's nothing new with this idiot.
No. There ain't nothing new about this shit. We've been through it for 5 years. Huh?
John, didn't he raise money before and he lost his last election? So maybe it'll happen again?
Well, then he'll just keep raising money because he'll say, well, I need money for I need to be able to change.
There's always going to be a reason he needs money.
Every day.
And they still haven't figured out. Why would a billionaire need money? Why would a billionaire need money? He needs
money for legal defense.
I know billionaires who are going to space. I don't see his ass going nowhere. I don't see him going nowhere.
I wish they would take him. I wish
they'd take him and kick him out about halfway in space, and then we wouldn't have to hear from him again.
Maybe we could get Space Force to drop him off somewhere.
Maybe so. Did you ever find that uniform? We got to go.
I tried to pull it up, but it
wouldn't let you.
No,
let me thank Mega Wet Willie, who just came in with $5 and said not a single pro-life group want to sue because it would go to court and might be declared unconstitutional. That's why they left it up to private citizens. Thank you, Mega Wet Willie. It's going to be declared unconstitutional.
Well, the guy who wrote the bill was head of the pro-life group down in Texas.
Yeah.
And they did go to court on that, and he was told, no, you can't have any part of it because you wrote the fucking law. You know, so should this shit go into law, which it did, his pro-life group couldn't be a part of any kind of legal action.
Because they were involved in writing the law.
Yep.
Boy, how to shit. The things you learn, not only just look at all the shit you get.
Their goal was for it not to go to court, but to just prevent these the clinics from having abortions, and they did somewhat do that.
That's why they passed the law here in Texas that has no legal punishment for breaking that law. There is no government agency or cop going to come arrest your ass.
Get sued and go bankrupt.
Yeah, they left it up to citizens to sue because it's not about the law. It's about
strictly designed to put the clinics out of business.
Yep.
And effectively they've done that. And that's why I say thank you, Dr. Baird.
And I thank you to Curtis Wood, who came in with $5 and with a damn good suggestion. Shoot him into space. Yeah.
That's it.
Do we have to put him on the inside of the rocket, or can we just duct tape his ass to the outside?
We could put him on the top of Jeff Bezos' rocket. It's a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It looks a lot like a dick. Anyway, I guess we better wrap it up for the evening so I can go check in on my wife, make sure she's still out there. Hasn't run off with the... Well, ain't nobody comes out here, so I guess she ain't going to run off with nobody. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for coming by and visiting. Thank you for making such a great show, and thank you for everybody's participation. Johnny Fly, always a pleasure, brother. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Oh, always enjoy it. Always enjoy it. Take care of yourself up in Pennsylvania, brother.
Hey, you too.
All right. TW out in Colorado, brother. We got the states covered. We got them.
Yeah.
Name of state, we got a blue dot there. Take care of Mork for us, and we appreciate you coming by.
Thank you for having me.
You bet your ass. Anyway, Jeremy. Always.
Thanks for having me.
Always a pleasure.
It was a welcome surprise to be sucked in unknown to me, so thank you.
If you get near us, we're like a black hole. We'll suck you right in here. What else you got to do? Come on,
keep
man.
saying these things, John. They don't mean what they say, but I get it. I understand.
Well, thank you, Jeremy, for being here. Appreciate it very much. And David, always, my friend, always a pleasure to hear your voice. Come on.
Thank you, John. Thank you, everyone.
And we'll look forward to y'all coming back again. Bernadette, darling, always a pleasure. Always love your discussion. Always love your passion, baby. Thank you very much for being here.
I have to get back in the kitchen. I'm making tomato paste tonight.
Oh, you're making tomato paste. See?
Yes.
She not only makes the greatest salve you ever had, and if you haven't tried Pre's Trees on your aches and pains, baby, you're not trying the best thing that can be done to alleviate such matters. And you can go to Pre's Trees at asis.com. That's Pre's Trees at asis.com, and you can get hooked up with Bernadette salve, which is well worth every damn penny of it. Anyway.
Hey, John, just give you a heads up before you take off. Keith and Kathy just showed up with their hands up out of nowhere, so you can click on them and bring them in real quick.
See if we can bring them in here real quick. Let's see. Wait a minute. Let's see. You know how Keith is. You know, he's probably going to come in here and just brag about his honeymoon thing and his, all the, something about it. I don't know. Hello, Keith. How in the hell are you?
I'm doing all right.
How's Kathy?
Kathy. Just a second. Kathy.
Howdy.
Hey, Kathy. How are you doing, darling?
I'm in the middle of an auction.
You're in the middle of a what? Auction? Okay, auction.
Yes,
I could have had fun with that line. I'm just letting you know. Well, I hope you win, darling. What are you bidding on?
I'm bidding on some horse jewelry.
Oh, outstanding.
I was about to say, what's the current bid on Keith?
Yeah,
That's about.
Are you getting a good price for it? Don't give her no ideas now. That's what Keith's saying. You put him up on the auction block. Get rid of your ass, buddy. She won't do that. She loves you. She just married your ass again.
You want to put me on the auction block?
Huh?
You want to put me on the auction block?
No.
No.
Yeah. There's not a price out there, buddy.
Are they going to do this in Pennsylvania, the same thing they did in Tech or down in Arizona?
Yes, they're trying to. They're going to get your driver's license and everything else there. Identify you, your address, your voting record, baby. They want to know that. Did you switch?
Well, like I heard today, John. I heard today, though, it's already public information. So what more can they get?
I don't think it is. It is
not all of that.
Not all of that is public information. Your driver's license number is not private.
Social Security number?
Yeah.
No.
That's not public information. Go ahead, Keith.
It scares me that they are they're doing this stuff with voting and all that, and like we were just talking a minute ago, They take in the driver's license numbers. They want to know your complete voting record and all that
Yes.
stuff. That's setting us up.
That falls under the none of your freaking business line.
Yeah,
Yes, they're trying to set you up because, again, like the audit in Arizona and what's going to happen here in Texas and everything, it's not about it's about instilling that thought that our system is corrupt and that you can't vote in this country and have your vote count. That's what they're trying to sell, and it's harmful to our democracy. But they don't really give a shit.
Well, what bothers me is the fact that they can do these things, get the information on us, and then after they have all this information, it's pretty scary.
Yes.
What they can do with it.
Yeah. Yeah, because the people that are asking for it have no business for it. They have you have no reason to know that. And your information is, the government has your information. But isn't in today's world, aren't we trying to prevent that information from escaping into other people's hands? That's what they, sign up for Credit Lock or whatever, they got something out there to sell you.
If it's for the government, John, I guess that's the exception.
The government has everything on me. I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
Uncle Sam can know anything. They already know everything about me. Hell, I worked for them most of my life.
That's
so, I ain't got nothing to hide from them, and they damn sure know my political views. No doubt, I make sure everybody does. Anyway, Keith, I hate to call it an evening so short, but you caught us walking right out the door. But we couldn't leave without pulling you in and letting you know we love you, baby.
Thank you.
Well, y'all just take care of yourself. And let us know if we're going to go for wedding number 3. You won the auction. Well,
the only thing I want to know is I didn't know horses wore jewelry.
Yeah, I didn't know either. Well, yes, they do.
Some of us horses' asses do.
Marcia was just on Etsy the other day trying because Vicky's collar broke, and I want a nice, pretty collar. She's a pit bull, but she's a girl. She's my baby, and I want a nice, flowery, kind of frilly little collar for her. So we got to go on Etsy to find that kind of shit.
John, get something for Jenny then.
Jenny gets everything. Jenny, don't worry about Jenny. Jenny is well taken care of. As a matter of fact,
I mean jewelry.
To prove not all of my neighbors are assholes, one of my neighbors today dropped off a whole big sack of oats that she had gotten to feed a horse that it ended up going somewhere else, and so she had a sack of oats, so she brought them over here for Jenny. Real sweet people, yeah, sweetest people we know on this whole damn street. Very
need more like that.
Yes, we do. But
good night, John.
Good night, Keith. Indeed. Good night, Kathy. Thank y'all for popping in. We appreciate it tremendously. Anyway, again, thank you all for being here. Thank our Blue Dot family on YouTube and on Facebook for being here and being a part of this. The conversation that goes on is just outstanding. I appreciate it. And what's it? That's it. Today's Sunday. I'm off on Monday because we done determined that Mondays suck. So we'll be back here Tuesday for another Blue Dot family meeting. So please come by and join us and join in the conversation and keep pushing this rock uphill, baby. It's what we have to do every damn day. Anyway, y'all say goodnight to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody, and thank you for being here, and thank you for spending a little bit of time with us. Just try to put a smile on your heart. Try to put a smile on somebody else's face. It'll make your day. Y'all take care of yourself, and we'll see y'all later. Oh, wait, Keith Beal just came in with a $5 donation before we hit the button. I can hit it before you go. Keith Beal, thank you so much. Keith, Kathy, thank you very much. Y'all have a wonderful night, and we'll see you again on Tuesday. Y'all take care.